Hi. My name is Forgiveness is Fiction, and this is part 6 of the series I started a while ago. This part is my favorite part. It's my favorite part, but health is first. Please, if you are listening and you are a Christian, but you have schizophrenia or schizoaffective disorder, and you're a Christian, please don't watch this. Health first. I have a mental disorder apart from the retentional thing, but I know what exactly it is. I don't want to, because your health is very important. I don't just want to mess with you and other Christians. You could just be in doubt and all that, but that could increase your schizophrenic episodes and all that confusion and all that. So if you don't have any of those disorders, you could, and you're Christian, you could just watch also. Fuck, damn, shit. Now, Yahweh, or the character Yahweh, God, the Bible, the Old Testament, is an evil, psychopathic, narcissistic tyrant. Say it again. I think I wrote it. Okay, I mixed it up. Evil, narcissistic, psychopathic tyrant. I didn't just pick those words from freestyle or shit. No, I defined them. So what we would do is, like I said, I like listing shit down. I would just go through it. I would define evil. I would define narcissistic. Okay, I've defined narcissism. So I would define psychopathic or psychopathy. Then I would define tyrant. Then I would call some deeds of God. What he did personally. He did not that he sent somebody. He personally did himself in the Bible. Now let's define evil. I said it's an evil, narcissistic, this is tyrant. So let's first of all define evil. Now this is evil, not from me, from the dictionary. Now one, the proclivity are likened to a devil. It's not me. Check the dictionary, define everything yourself. Evil, proclivity, that's tendency, are likened to a devil. 2, intending to harm and being malevolent, morally corrupt. You don't know what you're worshiping. No, you don't know. That's good. Producing or threatening sorrow, distress, injury, or calamity, and calamity. Okay. This is Greek. I don't need to say all that. That's Greek. Now, anything which impairs the happiness of a being or deprives a being of any good, anything which causes suffering of any kind to sentient beings, injury, mischief, and harm, that's evil. Now let's go to psychopathy. Behavior that conflicts with the social norms. Nobody will compare them. Disregarding or violating the rights of others. The inability to distinguish between right and wrong. You just do it, you don't know, you don't care which is right or wrong. People die, it's right or wrong, is God, you are God, nobody asks you any questions, right? No, don't know what is. That's psychopath. The character God, there's no God, but the character God in the Bible, the Old Testament God. And some people will say, that's the Old Testament. The next part, I'm going to talk about Jesus and the Torah, Jesus and the laws of Moses. So you understand that what you are saying makes no sense. It doesn't follow. But let me just go. Now, psychopathy, difficulty in showing remorse or empathy, manipulating and hurting others, general disregard towards safety and responsibility, expressing anger and arrogance on a regular basis. On a regular basis. People die on a regular basis. It's not even that, that's contemporary. Let me just go. Now, tyrants, a despot or a ruler who governs unjustly, cruelly, or harshly. That's a tyrant. By extension, any person who abuses the power of position or office to treat others unjustly, cruelly, or harshly. By extension as well, a villain, that's a bad person. A villain. A person or thing who uses strength or violence to treat others unjustly, cruelly, and harshly, and also has grandiosity. I'm better than all of you, worship me, bow down. That's grandiosity in God's case, but in normal cases, it might not be worship me and bow down, but the superior thing, that's the whole grandiose thing. Sure you get. Now, I jotted down. I went through most of God's killings, most of his murders and all that. Unjust murders. I saw over 200. Each of them is not just one person. Each of them can be like 20,000 people. Another one can be like 50,000 people. Another 10,000 people. I just said, let me just jot down 30 because of time. Now, this 30. God personally killed them, and I will tell you what they did, because I will read the verse to you. All of them, all I'm going to be doing throughout now is just reading verses to you. Check them yourself. Check them from the beginning. I keep on saying that. Check them from the beginning. It's not out of context. Check them from the beginning. Now, God personally committing murders. Personally. Number one, God burns Aaron's sons alive to death for offering strange fire. Let me read it to you. Leviticus 10, verse 1 to 2. Leviticus 10, verse 1 to 2. Now listen. And Nadab and Abihu, the sons of Aaron, took either of them his censer, and put fire therein, and put incense thereon, and offered strange fire before the Lord, which he commanded them not. And there went out fire from the Lord, and devoured them, and they died before the Lord. This is what they did. They offered incense. Incense is basically to honor God. To the primary extent is you burn an incense to honor God. Now, their sin is, God did not say, honor me. They now honored you. You now use fire to burn them alive. You burn them. It's like your father says, when you wake up, Junior, tell me good morning and thank you, Daddy. Then one day, Junior wakes up, says thank you, Daddy. But later in the day, he just tells his daddy, "Daddy, thank you, daddy." Your daddy now says, "Did I tell you to tell me thank you?" And now put fire on him and burn him alive. Burn him alive. Fire. Check it. Leviticus 10 1 verse Leviticus 10 1 to 2. Check it. Let's go to another one. When the people complained, God burns them to death alive. You are not getting the point. You don't know who you are worshiping. You don't know who you are worshiping. Say demon. You didn't see what I said about evil. Proclivity are likened to a devil. Now, when the people complain, God burns them alive. Numbers 11 verse 1. And when the people complained, they just complained. They complained. It displeased the Lord. And the Lord heard it. He said, And his anger was kindled. And the fire of the Lord burnt among them and consumed them that were in the outermost part of the camp. They just complain. What is going on? This problem is too much. God burns them alive like thief. Put fire, you like thief, you put fire on him and you burn him. This God, see you are worshiping. God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Are we going to a man gathering sticks on the Sabbath day is stoned to death? Numbers 15:35. And the Lord said unto Moses, the man shall be surely put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones without the camp, or within the camp, or without the camp. Stone him to death because he came outside on Sunday. Let's say on Sunday, he just came outside to come and gather sticks. Maybe he wants to use the stick to cook in his house. God said, I said you should not come. It's not as if on that Sabbath day, many things come out to kill people. No. You will say, oh God is trying to save your life. But no. God said, don't come out on Sabbath day. You came out. You see, I don't know if you've seen where they are stoning someone today. It's not small stones. Big stones. They can dip you into the ground. Your head will be shown. Then the whole community will be stoning your head. Or they'll tie you to a pole. They'll be stoning you. Big stones. You will die. That's a very agonizing death. Because he came out on Sunday to gather sticks. He's not gathering the sticks to insult you. He wants to do something important. Number 4. Who is on the Lord's side? Forcing friends and family to kill each other. I said that in the other part. Now let me read it to you. Exodus 32 verse 27. And he said unto them, thus saith the Lord God of Israel. It's God talking now. Put every man his sword by his side, and go in and out from the gate to gate throughout the camp. Go from gate to gate throughout the camp, and slay every man his brother, and every man his companion, and every man his neighbor. Killed all of them. Sends the father to kill the son to kill his wife, the wife to kill all of them, to be killing themselves. This is repeating yourself in something. Most of the things I say that I don't say what they did, read them. And most of the things I say which I don't say what they did, they are likened to idolatry, which I have handled in the previous verse. God has no reason to kill anybody for idolatry because it's worse. I proved in the last verse, in the last part, that he's worse than every other god. It's worse. The devil is born again where God is. You kill them. The forgiving God, the all merciful God kills them, sent friends and families to kill each other. Numbers 16:35. And there came out a fire from the Lord and consumed the 250 men that offered incense. God burns 250 men to death for burning incense. The same thing like the first thing I said, just for burning incense. He killed 250 people. What's this? God hardens the king Sihon's heart so all his people can be killed like Pharaoh. God, I told you once more that he wants to commit harm. Opportunity to commit harm does not slip by his hand. He hardens King Sihon's heart so he can kill more people. If he has softened the heart, he won't be able to kill more people. So he said, no, that's not favorable to me. I need death. Hardens King Sihon's heart so all the people can kill. Deuteronomy 2 verse 30. But Sihon, king of Heshbon, would not let us pass by him. For the Lord thy God hardened his spirit and made his heart obstinate, that he might deliver him into thy hands, as appeareth this day. Read it yourself. Read it. Think I'm forming it. Think I'm forming it. Hey, okay. 7. God stops the sun so Joshua can get his killing done in the day-night. God stops the sun so Joshua can get his killings done in the daylight. Let me read it to you. Joshua 10 verse 13. And the sun stood still and the moon stayed until the people had averaged themselves upon their enemies. They have killed their enemies. And not this written in the book of Jasher or something. Is not this written in the book of Jasher? So the sun stood still in the midst of heaven and hasted not to go down about a whole day. So Joshua can see the people he's killing that he sent. It's like God just put, you can't see the people you are killing, he just puts torchlights. Like Zaki, and you put heavenly torchlights. You are not seeing that person. See now, slaughter his neck. See now, kill his family. Number 8, a city is massacred and 1,000 burned to death because of God's evil spirits. God's evil spirit. Let me read it to you. Judges 9:23. Then God sent an evil spirit between Abimelech and the man of Shechem, and the man of Shechem dealt treacherously with Abimelech. I said, God, you are not following this. God sent an evil spirit. I said God is an evil, narcissistic, psychopathic tyrant. Evil. You think I'm not forming it? You see, God sent an evil spirit is God's messenger. God sends, if God's the one that causes evil. There's a part in the Bible that says God created good and he created is the author of evil. In the Bible. God sends an evil spirit. God is all good. God's all good. Say evil spirit, come. Not that he sent angel Gabriel, he sent evil spirit. Nine, 42,000 die for failing the shibboleth test. I think it was a test or something. Let me read it. Judges 12 verse 6. Then said they unto him, say now, shibboleth. He's telling them, say shibboleth. And he said shibboleth. He didn't say it properly, for he could not frame to pronounce it right. Then they took him and slew him at the passages of Jordan. And there fell at that time of the Ephraimites 40 and 2,000 men. God is aware of that. God is aware of that. You guys don't know what you are worshiping. You know, when somebody is worshiping a demon, you can't know. If you are in an occult, you can't know. You see, you know what is funny? As I'm saying all these things, it means nothing to Christians. That's how occultism is. Occultism, you will not know. You will overlook death. You will overlook suffering and agony. The person, if you are worshiping someone, the person is doing wrong, you say he has a reason for it. That's what occultism is. Have you not asked yourself, why can't those people leave your cause? Why are they still there? Why can't you leave Christianity? Why are you still there? That's occultism. I'll go in another part. I'll handle occultism, faith, and the occult. Samson murdered 30 men for their clothes. And God helped him. Wait, let me read it. Samson murdered 30 men for their clothes. God finished the murder for him. Read, let's listen. Judges 14:19. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon him. In other words, the Spirit of the Lord came upon him. Now he's directed by the Spirit of the Lord. And he went down to Ashkelon and slew 30 men of them, and took their spoil, and gave change of garments unto them which expounded the widow. And his anger was kindled, and he went up to his father's house. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon him to murder 30 people. The Spirit of the Lord murdered 30 people so that Samson can have clothes. You don't know what's up. Devil does not do this. Was Hitler behaving like this? Charles Manson, that was a schizophrenic serial killer, wasn't doing all this. This is from the Bible. It's not me. This is not out of context. I repeat. Read it yourself from the beginning. The firstborn of Egypt. God kills the firstborn of Egypt. Exodus 12:29. And it came to pass that at midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on the throne unto the firstborn of the captives that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle. He's telling you he killed Pharaoh's first child. Now, Pharaoh's first child was not the one that took the Israelites into slavery. Pharaoh. He killed Pharaoh. You say don't kill innocent people. You killed Pharaoh's first child. You didn't stop there. You went to the firstborn of all the Egyptians. You killed all of them. You had the... Was it the firstborn of Egypt that enslaved the Israelites? You killed all of them. So you had the opportunity to soften his heart. But you say, no, I want to kill the firstborns of Egypt that are innocent. This is the person you are worshiping. The God of Moses. This is it. And you are saying I should not call that being an idiot. If you are not calling him an idiot, you are immoral. Worshipping Jehovah is worse than worshipping Baal. Are you not hearing the things I'm saying? I would advise, before you continue with this, I would have preferred if you could just watch the previous part. So you would, because the excuses you be bringing, I've answered them. I think I've answered them in this previous part. This is too long. Finney's double murder. God a killing to end God's killing. They have to kill to end his killing. Hmm? Hmm? 50,070 men killed for looking into the ark of God. That's just a house, like a small mobile house or something. They just looked inside the house. That's all. They looked inside. 50,070 men died. They just looked inside. God said, "You looked inside. What? 50,000 are going down." First Samuel 6:19. And he smote the men of Beth-Shemesh, something, because they had looked into the ark of the Lord. Even he smote of the people 50,000 and 70 men. And the people lamented, because the Lord had smitten many of the people with great slaughter. God is a fool. Now he's killing people for looking inside the ark. Has he forgotten that it is men that built the ark? Now when the men were building the ark, didn't they enter inside the ark? Why didn't he kill them? Why didn't he kill those men that were in their built the ark? Because they must have entered. Before you can build it, you have to be inside. And he said, don't bow down to idols. Don't bow down to craftsmen. The ark of God was a craft of men. Men built the ark of God. Trying to look for more. See this one. Elijah kills 450 religious leaders in a prayer contest. In a prayer, you killed 450 men in a prayer contest. And God helped you. First Kings 18:40. And Elijah said unto them, take the prophets of Baal, let not one of them escape. And they took them, and Elijah brought them down to the brook Kishon and slew them there. That would be instruction from God. God killed 100,000 Syrians for calling him a god of the hills. They didn't say, God, you are not a god. Oh. They said, God, you are just God of the hills. You are not God of the valley or something. You are God of the hills. It's like saying, Eminem, you are not the best rapper in the world. You are just the best rapper in America. Eminem gets angry and kills everybody. First Kings 20:28-29. Let me try and see if I can read everything. And there came a man of God and spake unto the king of Israel and said, thus saith the Lord, because the Syrians have said, the Lord is God of the hills, but he is not God of the valleys. That's the thing. Therefore will I deliver all this great multitude into their hands. You see, in the Bible, when they say it deliver into the hands of God, that means he killed them and sacrificed them unto the hand of God. That's what deliver into your hands is. And ye shall know that he delivered a great multitude into their hand, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. That's verse 29. They shall know I am the Lord. Now verse 29. And they pitched one over against the other 7 days. And so it was that in the 7th day the battle was joined, and the children of Israel slew off the Syrians 100,000 footmen in 1 day. You killed 100,000 men in one day because they said you are not the God of the hills, or maybe you are not the God of the hills, you are not the God of the valley. You killed 100,000 people. You don't understand what I'm saying. You want harm for people. You are a psychopathic tyrant. Number 20, God sent a lion to kill a man for not smiting a prophet. Because you did not, God sent you to kill somebody. You did not kill the person. God killed you. That's how bloody is. That's how bloody is. All the villains of Marvel comics, they are nothing compared to God. Nothing. Get you hate Donald Trump, but you like Jehovah. You like Jehovah. All these things, you like him. I said before, Jesus never condemned any of these things. Jesus never said anything. He just talked about the Mosaic laws, which I'm going to mention in the next part. But he never said, this thing God did, he killed 200 people, it's bad. No, it's wrong. No, it's good. Everything is good. It's God. Now, God sent a lion to kill a man for not smiting a prophet, for not killing somebody, kill the person. Now, 1 Kings 20, verse 35 to 36. And a certain man of the sons of the prophet said unto his neighbor in the word of the Lord, smite me. Okay, I didn't, it's not killing. What happened here was that a prophet told someone, hit my face. And the person said, Baba, I cannot smite you. I cannot hit your face. Smite means just slap. Smite. I cannot smite you. So you get the whole thing. So let me read it again. A certain man of the sons of the prophet said unto his neighbor in the word of the Lord, from the word of the Lord, smite me and pray thee. And the man refused to smite him. Verse 36. Then said he unto him, because thou hast not obeyed the voice of the Lord, which says right, behold, as soon as thou art departed from me, a lion shall slay thee. Your man was trying to be a good person. If somebody says slap me, I say, I will not slap you. You won't slap me. You won't slap me. God, are you hearing? God, he said, he will not slap you. Fuck it. Lion, come and hit him. Lion King. Come and hit him. As soon as he departed from him, a lion found him and slew him. These are God's personal murders. Personal. God killed Ahab for not killing a captured king. This is, if you read too much of this, you could just start having nightmares. I swear. This is, are you guys listening to what I'm saying? And you will say, you'll be using it to boast. God is the God of army, the army of God. God is the Lion of the tribe of Judah. God is the King of the glory, King of the battle, King of battle. See what he's doing? You are saying the King of battle. You are worshiping a demon. Diabolic shit. Sorry, I'm always sweating because I closed the window. I'm always closing the window because I don't want to make too much noise outside and all that. So I'm always sweating and all that. And if I put on, I don't have an AC here. I don't have an AC. So if I put on the fan, it's going to mess up the whole audio and all that. So, and I want this done. I'm sorry. So let's go on. God killed Ahab for not killing a captured king. 1 Kings 20:42. And he said unto him, thus saith the Lord, because thou hast let go out of thy hand a man who I appointed to utter destruction, therefore thy life shall go for his life, and thy people for. He didn't even say it's only him that will die, it's people too will die. You don't get. God is not satisfied God is not satisfied by the death of one person. The God of Elijah, the God of Moses. Hey. 22. God burns 102 men to death for asking Elijah to come down from the hill. I think I remember this story. Some men were, I think Elijah was on a mountain or something, and some men, maybe God, the king sent them. They said Elijah should come down. That's all. They just said, Elijah, prophet, come down. That's all. That's the offense. Now let me read it to you. 2 Kings 1 verse 10 to 14. Let me see if I could read everything. Second Kings 1 10 to 14. And Elijah answered and said to the captain of 50, if I be a man of God, let the fire come down from heaven and consume thee and the 50 and thy 50. And there came down fire from heaven. In other words, heaven, God sent the fire and consumed them and the 50, burnt them alive, because he said, come down. That's all. And there came down, okay, again also after that, after the 50 are dead, again also he sent unto him, that's the king I think, another captain of 50 with his 50 men. And he answered and said unto him, O man of God, thus had the king said, come down quickly. That's all. They didn't say come down, let's kill you. Come down, just come down, let's talk. Come down quickly. And Elijah answered and said unto them, if I be a man of God, let the fire come and consume thee and their 50. And the fire of God came from heaven down and consumed him, and he sees that 100. The 102. And he sent again a captain of third 50 with his 50. And the third captain of the 50 went up and came and fell on his knees before Elijah and besought and said unto him, O man of God, I pray thee, let my life and the life of my 50 servants be precious in their sight. He's now begging. Behold, there came fire down from heaven and burnt up the two captains of the former 50s with their 50s. Therefore, my life. You're not getting. You're not getting. Wait. Proclivity are likened to a devil, intending to harm, malevolent, morally corrupt. You're not getting it. Evil, I will have put diabolic and evil. I've gone. You don't know. You guys don't know what you are worshiping. You don't know. You have no idea. Come down. That's all. Dead men. God said, you want to kill them, I will help you. God sent bears to kill 42 boys for making fun of the prophet's bald head. That's similar to Elijah. 42 small boys. What did they do? They just said, prophet, you have bald head. And that's wrong. It's wrong. The children should have respect for their elders and all that. Yes. But even if you want to scare them, even if you want to do something to them for insulting you, you could just send the bears to scare them. If the bears scare them, I assure you, if they see you, they will never insult you again. But no, because they said you are bored. You did not go to the devil to get bears to kill them. No, you did not go yourself to look for the bears. You sent heaven. You said, God, I want 2 she bears. I want bears. I want to kill these children. They say, you want bears? No problem. Take bears. Kill them. Who was not insulted when he was small? When I was small, I was also insulted in class. Did I go and get knife from my house and kill those people? Me, a small boy. There. If Elijah could command fire from something from heaven, why didn't Elijah command hair from heaven to repair his bald head? He would have commanded her to repair instead of bringing killers. God sent bears to kill for 2 Kings 2:24, and he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of the Lord. And there came 42 she bears out of the woods and tore 42 children of them. God made Jehoram's bowels fall out. His bowels fell out. 2 Chronicles 21:14-15. Behold, with a great plague will the Lord smite thy people and thy children. You see that children thing again. And thy wives and all thy goods, and thou shalt have great sickness by disease of thy bowels, until thy bowels fall out by reason of the sickness day by day. God is a bad guy. You don't get what is happening. That's why I said people with schizophrenia and Christians, you not listen to this. You are saying I should worship this person. That's what Christians are saying. I should come and worship this person. I should you see, if you have killed one person before, you might not be my friend again. You have killed just one person before. You might not be, I'll find it difficult to associate with you. You have killed plenty people. And God and Satan killed Job's children. They were doing context. God and Satan. They were doing contest. I will show you Job loves me. Take all his children, kill all. Now those children have nothing to do with God's stupid game. His narcissistic, unsecure, stupid game. What did those children do? What did the girls do? What did the children do? Some people will say, but the children died, they are now in heaven. Death is a bad thing. That is why Jesus came to come and fight death. Where did he go and fight death? He went to fight death where death is situated, in hell. So death is a bad thing. God said in Genesis, I curse man. From dust you came, from dust you will return. That is a curse. That is not a blessing. Death is a bad thing. That is why when children or human beings die, the people cry. So you should not say they are transcended. That is not an angel of transition, it's a demon. God brought death to punish Job. He didn't bring death to bless Job. You kill all the children. You say you now gave them children. All those ones that died in God. It's a different thing if God resurrected the ones that died. But God will mourn all those children forever. Because of your game. Your love game. God kills a man of God for eating. God kills his guy. His own. You don't get. It's not, you can say enemies. His guy. God said, when you go to this place, just don't eat food. That's all. And somebody deceived the man and he ate food. That's all. 1 Kings 13:24. And when he was gone, a lion met him by the way and slew him, and his carcass was cast in the way. His carcass was like riots. People just lying dead on the road. And the ass stood by it, and the lion also stood by the carcass. God sent lion to kill the prophet, and the lion should stay there. And maybe God wanted to see the lion a dead man. Greedy God. Greedy God. Some people will say, that's the Old Testament. That's the Old Testament. What I want to read to you now is the New Testament. New Testament. New Testament. Ananias and Sapphira. Let me read the story to you. You say God does not kill. That's Old Testament. Let me read one to you. Acts 5:5-10. I'll try and rush it. And Ananias, hearing these words, fell down, Okay, let me just give you the basis of the whole story. I think a pastor said everybody should sell their things or something and bring it to the account of the church. Bring it to the account of the church. Say again. So a couple or something, they didn't sell everything. Maybe probably sold like maybe 70% or something, and they brought that 70% to church. And probably God now told the pastor, these people did not bring everything, and God killed them immediately. Now, the 70% they brought to God, they brought out of their own volition. That money, that 70%, God did not work for it. They worked for that money. They now want to use the remaining 30% to eat and survive. God, that's not God's business. God, in which his own house is made of gold. It's like Bill Gates comes and tells his children, give me money. And they don't. They do, and one now doesn't bring everything, brings 70%. Bill Gates kills him. That's what happened here. That's his business. And God kills him. He's a greedy person. He gave you 70%. You are not happy. You are greedy, and you have more money than everybody. Acts 5:5-10. And Ananias, hearing these words, fell down and gave up the ghost, and great fear came on all them that heard these things. Verse 6. And the young men arose, wound him up, and carried him out, and buried him. Verse 7. And it was about the space of 3 hours after, when his wife, not knowing what was done, came in, and Peter said unto her, Tell me whether you sold the land for so much. And she said, Yea, for so much. Then Peter said unto her, How is it that ye have agreed together to tempt the Spirit of the Lord? Because I did not give you all my money that I work for, I'm tempting you. Behold, the feet of them which have buried thy husband at the door, and shall carry thee also out. Then she fell down straightway at his feet, and yielded up at the ghost, died. And the young men came in, found her dead, and carried her forth, buried her by her husband. New Testament. Jesus, you said Jesus came to sort out all those dead. This is Jesus' reign. Jesus has come, so Jesus is in heaven. So Jesus is part of this. When we pray, we say we pray in the name of Jesus. So Jesus is responsible almost for everything that is happening. When you pray, 90% of it, the name you call is Jesus. So Jesus is responsible. Jesus and God are responsible for these people dying. I didn't give you enough money, so you killed me. Let me stop here. I'm already I'm feeling nauseated. This is messed up. This is who we are worshiping. And you're saying I want to be a bad boy. I want to be there insulting God. See the person you are worshiping. God, I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. Jesus just came to come and talk about the Messiah. And you see, Jesus was, when I get to the next part, Jesus and the Torah, where Jesus is talking rubbish, he's just talking nonsense because of fear. The next part is going to be Jesus and the Torah. Thank you for watching. I'm really appreciative of this. I'm very appreciative of this. Please try and please watch the next one, please. Thank you.